Hello everyone, it's time to do experiment again. We are going to investigate the bones. In case you do forget the basic concept of bones, I have to remind you that the composition of bones. The bones are made up of living cells and minerals, proteins and water. The importance of minerals is to make bones hard. Meanwhile, the protein help in form a scaffold to provide strength and structure to build up the bones. The metaphor of making the bones is like building a house or bridge. We need not only the concrete but also the iron bars. From those concrete models and real construction practice, you can see that the concrete is the hard material like minerals, and the iron bars act as the scaffolding to build the pillars or floor. With either concrete or iron bars, the strength of the pillars in the building will not be that high. Based on the metaphor of building, we can learn about the bones by using the disease approach. All of you must be familiar with the osteoporosis. It's caused by the loss of calcium from bones. It makes the bones thin and brittle. Imagine the concrete in the pillars are removed or damaged. Only the iron bars, they are not strong enough to support the heavy weight. Therefore, the pillars will be bent or broken. The same situation appears in the bones. The less dense bones will be deformed or bent easily. The second example is osteogenesis imperfecta. It is a type of genetic disease. The patient cannot produce the protein fibers in the bones. The case is just like that. The iron bars are removed, the scaffold and structure of the pillars will be incomplete, so the pillars will be less dense. Finally, the mechanical supports provided by the pillars are not strong enough. Therefore, the patient cannot grow up tall and their bones are very weak and easily broken. Then let's investigate the importance of the minerals, which is the inorganic part of the bones. Meanwhile, we are going to study the importance of protein fibers, which is the organic matters in the bones. After the video, I hope you can answer these two questions. Part A. Explain why a bone that is soaked in the acid for several days becomes soft. And Part B. Explain why a bone that is heated becomes brittle. You can check the answer in the comment. Before you check the answer, let's do the experiment together. Are you ready? Let's go! The first investigation is to study the effect of soaking bones in acid. 4 pairs of chicken wing bones were prepared and divided in 2 groups. One group is the water group, and the other group is the vinegar group. We add 200 ml water and vinegar to the chicken wings bones. Let them stand for several days. We stir the mixture from time to time.
Many hours later. 1 week later.
Then we took out the immersed bones to check the hardness. You can see that the bones immersed in water did not bend easily. These remained rigid and hard. It's difficult to cut the bones with a knife or a pair of scissors. Let's take a look at the bones immersed in vinegar. When exerting pressure on the endings of the bones, we found that the bones were easily bent. And it is much easier to cut the bones with a knife and a pair of scissors. We can also check the bones are soft and bent easily. The bones immersed in water cannot be bent without breaking it. We have to exert force to break the bones. On the other hand, the bones immersed in the vinegar were easily bent without being broken. The reason behind is that the calcium salts are dissolved by the vinegar, therefore the bones become less dense and thin. Meanwhile, the protein fiber give the bones a higher flexibility to be bent and cut easily.
2 weeks later.
After 2 weeks, the bones immersed in vinegar became much softer and were deformed to a greater extent. This idea is similar to the signs of osteoporosis. You can see the chicken wing bone were held by the clamp, and then we were going to burn it by using the Bunsen burner. I hope that you still remember how to use the Bunsen burner. The most important step is to make sure that the air hole is closed before you open the gas valve. Then we burn the bones for 1 minute. The bones which were not burnt remain hard and not easily broken by hitting it on the right tile, and you can see the burnt bone became very brittle and easily broken. In this part, you can see the bone bent when it was being hit. The reason behind is that the protein fiber, organic component of the bone, is decomposed. This results in fracturing, fragmentation, and breakage. After the investigation, I hope you can realize the roles of the different components of the bones and recall any disease related to our skeleton. And remember, Mr. Leung always mentioned, together, together. From the investigation of immersing the bones in the vinegar, it reminds us the concept of tooth decay as well. And any question, please let me know. See you next time. Bye.